Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to share a heartwarming story with you titled, The Blue Collar of Destiny, Ben's Windowside Adventure. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Of course, if it's not your style, feel free to skip it, no hard feelings. Now, let's begin the story. Ben had a kingdom, or at least, he thought he did. His throne wasn't made of gold, but rather a soft pillow placed strategically next to the window. From this sacred spot, Ben surveyed his world. The fluttering birds that dared to sing without his permission, the neighbor's dog who barked like a broken alarm clock, and the occasional human walking past who seemed blissfully unaware that a mighty feline was observing them. Every morning, Ben would leap onto his throne with all the grace of a gymnast, although sometimes he slipped, in which case he would quickly pretend it was part of the performance. He sat tall, puffing out his chest, his tail swishing like a royal scepter. To him, the window wasn't just glass. It was the gateway to adventure, the stage for his imagination, and his personal movie screen. I often found him there, his eyes glowing like twin green lanterns, nose twitching as though he could smell the adventures waiting outside. "Ben," I said one morning, "you look like you're plotting world domination again." He meowed in response, which I interpreted as, "Of course I am, human. Who else will rule this neighborhood if not me?" But little did Ben know, his kingdom was about to receive a magical upgrade. That day, I returned home with a small gift tucked carefully in my bag, a shiny blue collar, simple yet elegant. It was soft, comfortable, and had a little silver bell attached that jingled like a fairy's laughter. I had chosen it because blue matched Ben's eyes perfectly, and I wanted the world to know that this majestic creature wasn't just a random window observer. He was loved, adored, and officially crowned. When I pulled it out and showed it to him, Ben froze. His eyes widened as if I had revealed a priceless jewel. In his mind, I'm sure he thought, "At last, the crown I deserve." He sniffed it, pawed it, and even tried to chew it. I told him, "Ben, this isn't food. This is your royal necklace." Placing it around his neck was, well, let's just say it wasn't as graceful as I imagined. Ben squirmed like a slippery fish, darted under the table, then reappeared on the sofa, his tail puffed up dramatically. "It's just a collar." I laughed. But to Ben, it must have felt like I was preparing him for a coronation ceremony he wasn't ready for. Finally, with a little patience and a few treats, the collar clicked into place. Ben froze again, stiff as a statue. For a moment, I worried he hated it. But then, something magical happened. He slowly raised his chin, turned toward the window, and strutted to his throne like a proud lion wearing his crown. The silver bell jingled softly with each step, announcing his royal presence. I couldn't help but laugh. "Your Majesty," I bowed dramatically. "The kingdom recognizes its ruler." Ben purred deeply, clearly satisfied. He sat by the window once more, collar sparkling in the sunlight, as if he had been waiting his entire life for this moment. The transformation was instant. With his blue collar, Ben no longer looked like just a curious house cat. He looked like a legend in the making. When the neighbor's dog barked again, Ben didn't flinch. He stared down at him with regal authority, the bell chiming like a warning. Birds fluttered by, and though he couldn't reach them, he acted as though they were bowing in respect. Even the humans walking past paused to smile at the sight of a proud cat glowing in the window like a painting come to life. That evening, when I sat beside him, Ben leaned against me, his collar jingling softly with every purr. It was more than just an accessory. It was a symbol of our bond. The little blue ring around his neck told a story of a cat who ruled from the windowsill, of a human who adored him, and of countless adventures yet to come. Of course, Ben still had his silly moments. He chased his own reflection in the glass, tried to catch the jingling bell on his collar, which only made it jingle more, and rolled dramatically on the floor as if practicing for a Shakespearean play. But even in those moments, the collar gave him a sense of pride, like he knew he was special. As night fell, Ben curled up in my lap, his blue collar glinting under the soft lamplight. He gave one last satisfied sigh before drifting into sleep, his paw resting gently on my hand. I looked at him and whispered, "Good night, Ben the Magnificent." Because from that day forward, he wasn't just Ben the cat sitting by the window. He was Ben the ruler, the dreamer, the adored friend with the blue collar of destiny. Ben's story reminds us that even small gestures of love can transform ordinary moments into something extraordinary. The blue collar wasn't just a piece of fabric. It symbolized care, belonging, and identity. In modern life, where people are often caught up in deadlines, responsibilities, and the endless scroll of notifications, we sometimes forget the power of small, thoughtful actions. Just as Ben felt proud and valued with his collar, people too thrive when they feel appreciated and recognized. A compliment, a kind word, or even a little gift can boost someone's confidence and strengthen bonds in ways we might underestimate. The window where Ben sat can also be seen as a metaphor for perspective. While we may not always be able to control what happens outside, we can still choose how we see and respond to it. In our fast-paced world, it's important to create windows of calm, spaces where we pause, reflect, and simply be present. Whether that's enjoying a quiet moment with a pet, sharing time with loved ones, or practicing gratitude, these small rituals help us feel grounded. Like Ben, we all deserve our own blue collar, a reminder that we are valued, cherished, and part of something meaningful.